Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpredicted Party, the only Middle-earth TTRPG that will finally answer the question, why didn't they just take the Eagles to Mordor? And we are one step closer to answering that question. Around me are my internet friends and wedding guests. Say hi, wedding guests.
Hi, wedding
Hello.
I am joined by Tori Fox, Max Smith, Charlotte.
Max Smith.
Oh,
That's
already
twice
begun.
you've done that. That's twice you've done that now.
That's twice. All right. So
the quarter in
I
the
am,
jar.
I am joined by Tori Fox, Zach Smith, Charlotte A. Kavatica Moore Lambert, and the only person I know to roll 2 persuasion checks that have completely broken my game, Max Randolph. Okay, so when we last left off, actually, no, that's for later. Now we have some announcements to get through. I'm already flustered. So much is going to happen this episode. Get ready. Thank you to our sponsors, Free League Publishing. They provided us with advanced copies of their TTRPG, The One Ring, so that we could play in a more fleshed out version of Middle-earth. I don't know what the world of TTRPGs in the real world looks like, but if you're looking for a very friendly company to work with that is not trying to constantly get more and more money from you from a very greedy overlord corporation, you can check out freeleaguepublishing.com. I'm sorry,
Don, it feels like you're talking about somebody in particular.
I am silent as the grave on any possible specifics, Charlotte. You can also go to our amazing friends who have taken a stand against corporate overlords, therookandtheraven.com, who have made some amazing TTRPG related note-taking. Tori, I feel like it's really come in handy recently, so well done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can also go to the link down below, donmarshall72's store.com, for all of your Unpredicted Party merchandise. We will probably be having a 1-hour break in this episode specifically, because I have a feeling it's just going to be chaotic. All right. Special thanks to a few people. Sarah M. Shunky. She is at Sarah M. Shunky on Instagram. She made the amazing artwork last week of Grima and the 2 guards as Grima sits the throne of Rohan. The battle maps are made by Littlewit the cartographer. You can search his services on Facebook. I'm only stuttering because I have a very real feeling that we may have to get to one of those battle maps he made all those months ago. And a very special thanks to Cullen Vance, who has lovingly crafted the music. You can go to cullenvancecreative.com to buy all of his music or stream it wherever music is streamed these days. Finally, a special thanks to my wife, Nat, who has helped me organize both our own wedding and this fake one that I'm about to run with all of you.
Yay!
So without further ado,
Let us wed.
let us wed. Let's go.
Let's go!
When last our heroes left off, they approached the gate of Rohan, and through some very, very amazing rolls and role play and trickery, were able to sneak a few weapons in. Beery, you had some of your tools. Halloweth, you had a knife. Charlotte, you stuck all of your weapons in the ground, but I think you also very stealthily tucked one of the knives into your clothing.
Yeah, I prestidigitated a knife.
You did, despite the fact that that spell doesn't exist in this universe. It's fine.
No, but the word prestidigitation exists.
This is true.
So pretend I'm an idiot and don't actually know that that's a real word.
Yeah.
How theoretically would you use that in a sentence?
It just means sleight of hand.
Amazing.
That's all. And I did just use it in a sentence. So.
Shut up. And Tanel, you also have a knife snuck in. So you all have weapons of some sort. But they're small, you know, all of your main weapons have been collected and taken to the blacksmith. And, you know, you're a little not worse for wear, but you're a little out of your typical weapons array. Upon arriving in Rohan, meeting King Grima Silvertongue, you realized that things were amiss. One of the guards was not carrying a sword, despite being very close to Grima and sort of a symbol of protection against him. And many of the guards that escorted you up to the Golden Hall of Meadowseld stayed there in the hall to see what you and the king discussed. Among other things, you discussed Rohan and the caravan and what happened and what is now being known as the massacre at Meadowseld, where, as far as you are aware, insight checks notwithstanding, that something happened and King Theoden died, and so did Eomer, and naught has been seen of Theodred. And or actually, I don't think you actually asked about Theodred last session, so maybe that's something.
I
Tori,
think we did.
I don't know. I assumed he was also dead. Hold on, let me look at this.
I did too. I thought we determined he died.
it may be
Eomer?
it may be that was the case. I'm gonna be honest, I don't quite remember, but feel free to role play and figure all of that out. You last session came to an end in perhaps the second weirdest way possible, in that Beery rolled another persuasion check to completely alter the course of my plans. Now, if I had a nickel for every time that Beery's persuasion check had changed my plans, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
I find Barry very persuasive.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
He persuaded a guard to let him interrogate Gollum. He persuaded me to not kill him about it.
Several times, actually.
Several times.
There's been many times where he almost ended himself on the end of Tariel's blade, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But
Chaos.
He did, so
Yeah, I do. Oh God.
so cute.
I can see live chat now. All right. So, oh, I totally forgot during our announcements. Excuse me. Also, welcome back. Sorry, before we actually get into the actual role play, Charlotte has started a Patreon. So if you are interested in supporting Charlotte in her now full-time content creator endeavors, you can go to, I'll put it in the link in the bio. So you can support her.
Go check it out. Oh, I
Yeah.
love it.
Do it.
Thank you. That's
Yeah,
nice
we
of
always
you.
support-
I finally followed yours too. So I don't know if
thank
you
you.
like
Yeah, we crossed
the streams or
streams
whatever,
of yeah,
but
I don't know how. Yeah,
Just
anyway.
handing the same dollar back and forth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? Sometimes it is a numbers game. You know, people are more likely to join if
Mm.
it's like, oh, there's a lot of
yeah,
people here.
yeah.
That's some
Mhm.
good content.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Mhm.
yeah,
Hope so.
yeah.
I like
it's-
how I've noticed that Tori has dressed up and is looking fabulous for this session, and I'm looking increasingly more
Oh.
like a single father, which is kind of a little concerning. How that's apparently been through it. I'm just looking around going, I'm slowly, like, it's just slow. It feels like a slow decline.
I
Yeah.
think what's really giving it that energy right now is there's a box behind you with, I think, an artificial Christmas tree.
Yeah. Yes, it is. This is like I said, I'm in the spare room right now because my bedroom is a mess. So it's not usually very good to film in. So I try, and this at least has kind of a blank space regardless
There
of
you
the
go.
crap that's behind me. But yes, that is our Christmas tree, which I've boxed up. It was amazingly difficult to box up.
Oh, it's
They're a
far
pain.
harder
awful
than
They're a
to put
taking
pain.
them
back.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
God, I was like pressing it down with the tape, like scraping.
Get
it down
over
to take it.
here.
You're like
Very
wrestling it.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a one-man job, which should have been 2.
Mm.
But
Yep.
yeah,
Oh,
so I'm in a room
okay.
full of crap. Anyway,
All right. Okay. So back on track. When we last left off, Beery, you had convinced on a Gandalf persuasion, critical success, for Grima to throw a wedding. And the nuptials of Grima Silvertongue and Eowyn, niece of Theoden and last royal family member alive in that line.
Dawn,
Oh, yes.
are we about to get a guest for Eowyn?
No. So please.
It's like, oh my god, 6 people on here.
Could you imagine?
Can you imagine the
Oh my
chaos?
God.
Can you imagine the chaos?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so
look how upset Charlotte is. Look at that face. How do you say no to that face?
listen, there. Oh God, how do I put this? I'm not gonna put it at all. No guest. I'm Eowyn.
Okay.
You're gonna be the pretty
Okay.
lady.
We are Rayval. I am Eowyn. You are the players, and we will pick things up just a few hours later, because it has been some time. Your weapons have been collected and taken to the blacksmith, and Grima seems to be, by all accounts, a pretty excellent party planner. Such is to say, he loves bossing people around, and people are following him and doing exactly what he says and being quick about it. I will say, in the interim of the few hours before the ceremony, is there anything that you all as a group or individually would like to do?
There any kind of way, even by like I don't know, flattering Grima to get a tour of this place?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That needs to happen. Yeah, that for sure needs to happen.
Okay. Yes. Would you want to do that individually, or would you all like to collectively?
Ooh, actually,
Are we part of the party planning committee?
here's I have an idea. As like people are starting to, as Grima's starting to bark orders,
Mhm.
Tanel's gonna like sidestep up to Tariel and start whispering in Elvish. We need to know the quickest way out of here. Do you think you could flatter him just a bit to see where our rooms would be, where anything would be?
Tariel gives her a sort of flat look, like, do I strike you as a flatterer? Sort
Excellent.
of just deadpan. She doesn't say that. She just looks at her like,
Tanel looks at her a little bit longer and goes, excellent. Beery, come here for a second.
Oh, okay.
Tariel nods.
Right then.
Hey, hi.
Are you ready for a great party?
Yes. But here's the thing, Beery. If this goes sideways, we don't have our weapons. Wink. She doesn't say that. She actually winks. And we need a quick way out of here if things go sour. Do you think you could flatter this king to see around? Surely the wedding can't just be in this hall. I don't know. Just any
It
ideas?
does seem a bit just sudden. Very just, bleh.
It's very quick.
It needs pageantry. Oh,
Yes.
I've got it. He's gonna march right up to Wormtongue.
Great.
Hang on, let me step into character for a second. You were also
You got to do the actor thing where you turn
So wait,
around.
are we doing this? This is like us on our way out of our audience with him. Like, when is this? Where does this fit in?
We'll say this is taking place over the course of the next few hours before the ceremony, which you have now learned will
Okay.
start in the evening.
Same day, next day,
Same day.
These humans
Same
move
day.
very
Same
fast.
day.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Beery,
Mm.
you approach Grima, and he says, Master Beery.
It's too good. I forgot how good it is. Okay. All right. Your Royal Highness. I have been thinking. I've been thinking about a lot of things, but primarily, I'm actually a bit of a spiritual leader in Erebor. You see, I have officiated several weddings and wonderful ceremonies. And could you just fathom the amount of pride that would bring to your great and vast kingdom to be married by an outsider like myself? How exotic would that be? I would be absolutely honored to link you two and forge a bond between your two families.
For those listening on the podcast, I have tried desperately and failed to not break character in the last 15 seconds. Okay. Beery, please roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, it's so early for this.
I
my
am dumping
God.
a hope into
Oh,
that.
of course
Smart.
you are.
Smart.
Girded by Tin's ideas and her encouragement.
You got this, buddy. You got
I'm
this.
gonna need so much alcohol before
Persuade,
this night is
persuade,
over.
persuade, persuade.
I'm on a 12% beer right now. So
Oh, what are you? You're at 12%.
Oh, this is gin.
Let's go, baby.
You've got. Oh, I'm only at
Nice.
7.5.
Oh my.
No.
Step it up, Charlotte.
Damn.
Just give me a second. All
Take
right?
your
It's
time.
A pile of dice.
Yeah, it's a pile
Also,
of dice.
Yeah, so,
Gonna slurp some soup here, people.
I'll let it.
Not
Just-
literally slurp it, but I
Just
don't know
while
how
Barry
I
does
always end
this,
up with soup. But anyway, sorry.
Fine.
Go on.
Zach?
just while Barry is persuading King Silvertongue, Howard's gonna look at the nearest person and be like, I'm feeling a little peckish. May you point me in the direction of the caterers for this wedding, please?
You see an elderly man with white hair walking around, just sort of milling about, black apron on, and goes, caterers I cannot speak of, my lord, my master elf. Yeah, and he looks a little bit flabbergasted to like just randomly be having a conversation with an elf in his city.
Take your time.
Take it
Just
all
drink
in.
it
Just
in.
take it in. Take it in. Am I
Food.
handsome? Am I pretty? Who's to say?
This is
Yes.
an older gentleman, probably in his 60s or 70s, long white hair. Not that age matters to you, Halloweth, because you're an elf, but
This man is a child.
yeah, he looks a little flabbergasted and says, food I cannot speak of. I am but a humble blacksmith, my lord.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time. And he just goes, you know what? Let's have a wander. He's just gonna look for the kitchens.
Okay, Halloweth, make an insight check for me. While you do that, Beery, what did you
Yes.
roll?
29.
God damn.
29.
Yeah.
The dice are like, I don't know what you want from me. The man's persuasive. You ask us if he's persuasive, and every time we tell you yes, he's persuasive. Stop asking me. I'm walking you.
Luckily, yeah, I'm walking. Luckily,
Beery.
it's a lot of dice, so it kind of has like a standard high position. As long as I don't roll a 9 or 7, we're all right.
Beery, you watch Grima consider this for a moment, and he says,
Strike a little bit of a pose and like stare off into the distance.
Indeed. Master Beery. Hang on, let me try that again. I wasn't quite in character.
I liked it.
I thought it was great.
Master Beery. Such is the joining of two souls into one family. Should it not be that all customs from all guests are appreciated? Lady Tanel. And Grima walks over to you, Tanel. And I'm going to quick cut back to Halloweth and ask you what you rolled on your insight.
Also 29 with 2 6s.
Also a 29 with 2 6s. You would
Yeah.
have no
Shit.
problem. You would have no problem remembering that there was a son of a blacksmith that met you on the road as the man riding a horse in this caravan. This is Thimble, father of Helfon, the man on the horse from the caravan.
I remember this.
Yeah. I'm trying to really capture the chaos of a wedding and planning it. So we're just jumping around everywhere. Tori, we're back to you. Grima comes up
Oh,
to you and
heaven to
says,
God.
Lady Tanel,
Yes.
be you familiar with any elven unions, customs?
Is Tanel familiar with any wedding
Please
Yes,
make a lore
Tanel.
check. Please
Yeah.
make a lore check. I will say you would know what your parents did,
Mhm.
but you would also really only know what your parents did.
7,000 years ago? Great.
Oh, come on. You haven't been to some weddings in 7,000 years?
You know.
You had to have.
Oh, yeah, we're great. 17.
I bet elves throw a dope wedding.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
a week long.
Just a
I'm
rager.
thinking like Blood Oath celebration style.
Yeah,
Like-
like Dothraki, but make it glitter,
Yeah.
like,
I like that. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less murder, but
A little bit.
a bacchanal for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tolkien did
Mhm. Yes.
Oh, God.
write in an essay called The Laws and Customs of the Eldar.
be saying it like this?
Charlotte, I'm gonna
Oh,
shut
actually.
up. Shut up. Actually, Tolkien went into a decent amount of detail about how elves choose their spouses between like 50 to 100 years old. There's a couple of further exceptions. There's silver rings involved. They promise to each other. There's a kind of
They have
betrothal.
promise rings.
There's a big feast. Well, no, there's silver rings, but it's not like promise rings, not like that. But if they want, they have the rings, and then I think they return the rings. I'm going off the top of my head here. Definitely should have looked this up, but it's fine. But basically they take the rings, and then I believe they melt them down so that no one else can share in the, like, it's theirs and theirs alone, and it's sort of like symbolic. It's like the breaking of the glass in
Mhm.
I think it's Jewish ceremonies.
Jewish,
like,
yeah.
can't be
Yeah.
put back together.
Mhm.
You would know all of this, but I'll leave it to you to decide what you want to share. Charlotte, go ahead.
I just have a lore question
Go ahead.
because I know you while I'm thinking about it, didn't you can just cut this. Didn't Elwing and Earendil marry like super young?
Yeah.
If you look at the map, like weren't they in there like they were still children, right?
It's, youngish, all things considered.
They were like elf teens, right? They're like, I picture Earendil being like, baby, listen, the world could end at any time. You don't want to die a virgin, do you? And she was like, no, I don't. And then they like super did it, and she had twins. You know what I mean? Like,
Super get it.
That's not quite how that works.
super elf stuff.
Mm.
That's how they do when you're feeling the magic.
I'm
you know what I
keeping
mean?
all of this in. I just hope you know.
Excellent.
It's the
Okay.
magic of elf love.
There is a blooper reel coming at the end of this session, at the end
Great.
of this show, but this is not making it in there. This is just typical typical
I feel like
short.
there could definitely be like a comedy made in the Elven times, which is Legolas, the 6,000-year-old virgin, because he undoubtedly like had no game at all.
No, at all.
No.
He was the beautiful man who got nothing.
Yeah, it's funny because like all of the ladies loved Orlando Bloom. I was never a big Legolas fan
Mhm.
personally, but like human women, he's like crack. And then they gave us the Hobbit, and Tariel's like, nah, six. You're a
just
six,
so-
maybe.
Let me get with this 4 foot like actual man, please.
Let me get with this
Let me
short
do that.
king over here.
Yeah.
She got a thing for facial hair. What can I say?
Mhm.
Okay, so go
Yeah.
ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right. So once he asks, she goes, oh, well, I mean, some of our customs, they involve song and dance. There are rings that are exchanged, a grand feast at the end. There is a very sort of special song that a lot of the women sing together, but it's a private, very meaningful song. So, if your bride would like to participate in that with myself and Lady Tariel, we could absolutely help with that.
Make
Tariel
a
nods sagely.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
Well done, Tori.
Mm-hmm.
While you do that, I need to go quick let my dog.
Please, for the love of God.
We got to unisolate this person.
Yeah.
We
I had an idea for that,
actually-
but I like yours better.
We actually have this custom where all of the girls go to the bathroom together.
Yeah.
Us, and
They leave the city gates and
They leave the city gates, we go into the forest, and you never see us
you
again.
never see us again.
And the three
Fun.
lesbians disappeared into the forest to be cottagecore.
Do we
I
kiss?
saw the
Do we
fire.
not kiss? I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Right. What did you roll
So
on your
cute.
persuasion check?
I rolled a 16, which is 5 above my target number.
Okay. So you watch as Grima listens to you and considers this, and he says, indeed. And seems a little bit overwhelmed in that moment. I will speak to my betrothed about such customs. Nevertheless, your presence is, of course, requested. You are most welcome. Make an insight check for me.
Yep.
Does Grima talk to her chest?
Yeah,
That's an
big,
excellent
talk
question.
to her
yeah,
chest energy, you know?
he's
What's that
five.
mean?
He's like that 5'6", 5'7" but it's mostly hunch, right? If he stood up straight, he'd be 5'8", 5'9". But it's like,
That's not what I mean at all.
oh no, well, I mean, he's
Just
eye level with
The,
her
the
chest.
creepy men, like
Did you?
I see.
Hang on. Tori's got her mouth covered, which usually means live chat needs to drink twice.
Did you do it?
Mhm. Oh yeah.
You got
Yeah,
it.
there it is.
You
Yeah,
did
it.
now they're lucky.
Okay. You see in Grima's eyes and in his words that he pretty much has no intention of allowing you to be alone at any point during the evening.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's
oh.
actually a very interesting tradition. We have something very similar where the different, genders, wherever they fall in, on their spectrums, is, some of the ladies go off and they have their own party, and we as chaps, we have our own time. It's kind of like bachelors and maidens and things, and we drink and we have parties and we tell jokes and tell great splendorous tales of our exploits, and perhaps exploits, you know what I mean.
In fact, I think I do.
He's trying to help.
Yeah.
trying to
I
help.
will I'll ask Beery to make another persuasion check then.
Come on, Tori, we got
let's
this.
see.
Yeah, please
You'll-
come on, man.
with
You got this.
In the interest of game mechanics, you'll have to persuade him a number of times for various things,
Yeah.
just to let it
Sure.
really, I didn't give Beery the immediate yes, let's throw a wedding the first time. Don't you dare.
What?
Don't
No.
you dare. Don't you dare tell me.
Show us.
It's it. I did it.
For
The
those
dice
listening
don't
on-
lie.
Corey
The
did it.
dice never lie.
For those listening on the
Everybody take a drink.
podcast, oh my God, that's literally 3 drinks in the last 2 minutes.
Oh,
He's a persuasive man.
Tori, Charlotte, would either of you like to roll Gandalf's? Okay, so you two both watch 2 Gandalfs in a freaking row. The gears start turning, and to potentially honor these customs of these different races of people, you see Grima start to actually consider it, despite the insight check that you previously just rolled to Nell. You say, yes. Allow me to consult my betrothed, and we shall see. Lady Taria, you mentioned elvish wine, and he saunters over to you in just a moment. I confess, looking at the 4 of you, I see no travel baggage. Am I correct in assuming that there are others of your party just outside this great capital?
Halworth isn't there, I'd like to point out.
Okay.
He's in the kitchens.
My liege, your men at the gate did check us for weapons, but they did not check our baggage.
Indeed. Have you the elvish wine with you?
It's not on my very person at this moment, but I could go back and get it for you if you would like to sample it.
Indeed, we would. Be off, and we shall see you In a moment. And you are given free rein to leave as he gestures towards the gate.
The gate?
The gate. Well, you would need to grab the elvish wine from the cart that has Gorge in it with all of your supplies, which is currently not in Edoras. It's about
I mean, I feel like, didn't we come in with any like packs? Like we anticipated being there.
You anticipated being there, but you didn't bring, as far as I'm aware, leaving Gorge and leaving all of the carts. Correct me if unless I'm metagaming a little bit too much. I don't believe.
Okay. Yeah, you're not. Tori.
I mean, yeah, Beery has what he normally has, kind of a pack and stuff like that, but I don't know if we have wine on us.
Has it? Yeah, I'm not just thinking if she ever carries like. The way I've been playing it is that she has like a flask, basically.
I think
But
Grima would be asking for.
He wants a cask.
He wants bottles. He wants a cask. He wants
Very
the real
good.
thing.
Very
Okay.
good. All right. So then Tariel hides the fact that he's just dismissed her like a common servant, bows graciously, and exits pursued by a bear.
Okay. What?
Shakespeare.
Yeah, that's my favorite
Thank you.
Shakespeare
Oh.
line.
Okay. Okay. Halloweth.
Yes.
What are you trying to do right now?
Howard is in the kitchens where they
Mhm.
are presumably making a lovely feast for this wedding.
They are.
Undoubtedly.
They
Cool.
are.
Can you tell me, can you please describe the kitchens to me in as
Yes,
much
I
detail as you wish to go into?
Yes, I can.
Good.
You listen, I told you 2 weeks ago that I told you last week I knew what you were trying to do because I remember the thing you asked.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna. Okay. The food is lavish. There is a chef with a goose that is currently being plucked of feathers, and there are potatoes currently being mashed into a fine feast and also cut. So you've got like 6 different versions of potatoes. There are greens all about. And I will say that you would, having seen the caravan and the squalor that most of the common people living in Edoras are currently living in, this is a stark contrast to what you saw out there.
Okay. In terms of drinks, are there casks of ale? Are there
Yes,
is there
you
bottles of
do notice
wine?
there are several casks of ale being prepared and readied, and they're tapping the little thing into it, putting the stopper in. There are several bottles of wine. There are goblets being prepared. Yeah.
Okay. I look at the various awares and I sort of nod graciously to the kitchen staff and so say, "This looks truly divine, worthy of any king from any lands. I'm genuinely impressed."
The chef takes off his hat. My thanks, Your Grace. It's been many hundreds of years since we've had elves in there. Have we ever had elves in this hall? No. Glances around. Probably not. Forgive me, master. I am, and he kind of stutters a little bit. I am Thero, the head chef for Master Grimo Silvertongue. And you notice he kind of catches himself about to say Wormtongue, but
Oh, wow, gorgeous. Well, Theo, it is a pleasure to meet you. I look forward to this amazing feast. Just looking at the various wares, which surely there's a particular vessel for wine and ale that you plan to give the bride and groom on this special day.
make an insight. Make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion? I'm not really trying to persuade him or anything. I'm just asking.
Yes, you are asking the guy that prepares the king's food what glass he's drinking out of. He's not an idiot.
No, that's fine. I'm not sure. Okay. This isn't part of it, but
I know it's not. It's part of this
Okay.
role play for this character.
okay. I do beat my target number.
Okay. You would notice Thero look at you a little bit and say, yes, well, I can't quite speak for the for the king, he keeps his own cups and goblets, and very very private. Not like not like King Theoden, who always trusted me. And you see, he kind of falters a little bit in a moment. But yes, goblets for. Are you interested in a drink now, my lord?
Oh, actually, that'd be really nice. Yes,
Yeah,
please.
yes, of course. I fear that human ale may not may not. Let me get you a glass, and he comes and pours you a mug of ale and hands it to you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. He takes a swirl. He drinks. I drink it.
The ale is like water to you. You feel nothing. The smell is kind of strong-ish, but not much.
This is delightful. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, master. And he takes the chef's hat off again. My thanks. It has been long has it been since the legend of the elves has graced the halls of Edoras, Lord. He sort of bows. He just kind of keeps bowing, just like
that's
almost
okay.
like a
That's okay. May I see the preparations for various things, and maybe I can help in some way.
Do you wish to help us?
In the kitchen, certainly. And he kind of looks at the sort of. Is there some? I'm assuming just like chopping leeks or.
Yeah. There's plenty of there's probably about
Okay.
half a dozen people in this kitchen just doing many.
How that's gonna sort of gesture towards the sort of vegetable rack and just may
I? Make a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm. Gandalf.
No.
Stop. Live
Dude's
chat's
about
gonna
to
be.
do, the Legolas like mounting of the horse in that
weird
weird way. He's about to do that shit to some shallots.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
god.
wait.
Oh my god. Halloweth, you watch as this human chef's eyes light up. Oh, it would be a great honor to have such one as such as yourself to help us. I assume you know your way around food, having lived for so long. My lord, apologies if I should not have mentioned your age. I know not of the elvish. And you just watch him kind of sputter for a second. He's struggling.
Howard just lets him for a while because it's very amusing. But then he's going to go, okay. He's going to say, and he picks up a knife, just swallows it up into his hand, just looks the guy at his hands, and just absolutely. I mean, he's wielded in knives and swords for thousands of years. This is going to be fun for him.
It's like watching Ratatouille all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
So I will give you two visuals for this, both listening on the podcast and you all as the audience. Any cooking montage, any Food Network speed shows that you've watched where you got to cook something in a half hour and everyone's yelling and the main chef is, yelling things and you're doing things. And in a way, there is almost this beautiful chaos in the same way that like Ratatouille or for those of you anime fans, Shokugeki no Soma, Food Wars happens. And Max knows. All of these various like, the eggs are split and fried and the goose is finely cooked and the vegetables are perfectly diced. It's just this beautiful aroma of and visually stunning, chaotic dream of the perfect kitchen with both humans and elves coming together. I'll leave you to that, Halloweth, for a few moments.
Okay.
Let's come
Sure,
back.
no problem.
Again, we're bouncing around, just really emblematic of, if you've ever been married, I'm just sort of day of this is the feeling I'm trying to get at. Charlotte, you would spend probably the next 20 to 25 minutes walking to the area behind the hills where Gorge, the cart, and the elves are. You would
Probably a little longer than that.
Okay.
Just a little longer. So Tariel's gonna set off very chill. Strolling away from Mediseld. And once she's through the gates, like over if there's any, still flat space between her and just stroll. And then as soon as she's but she's not going to go straight the same way.
Oh,
she
so
came
you're
in.
you're
So
not
she's
making a
gonna throw 'em
beeline.
off.
You're gonna
No, that's
okay.
stupid. So she's gonna head a totally different direction, and once she's around a bend, she's gonna book it. back towards
Amazing.
you.
Hell yeah.
Make a stealth check for me, because if it wasn't clear by now, you are being watched.
Yeah.
Charlotte ingenious.
I mean, these guys. Oh, hang on. I just accidentally opened something I did not mean to open. Okay.
It's okay.
These guys don't have anything bad to
Siri,
do.
I do that all the time with this bloody thing.
What's that? I don't.
You don't.
pass my
Okay.
Stealth check. No.
So the land around you gives you some cover, but I will say, without passing the stealth check, despite it being nighttime, you're not entirely sure if you lost everyone completely from the ramparts. So there may be some people that had eyeballs on you for a while, but you are now far enough away to know you're at least out of eyesight eventually.
Right.
But your direction may have been known for longer than you were comfortable with.
Right.
You see Rayval there with Gorge, and he is keeping watch, but none of the other elves are there. They have followed your orders and sort of fanned out, keeping an eye, making a perimeter without being seen.
Okay.
And Rayval notices you and says, Lady Tariel.
Rayval, I need a cask of wine.
What?
I need a cask of wine.
I beg your pardon.
Have we any casks of wine?
Yes, 2, and many bottles. What?
It's a long story and I don't have time. Let's get one.
Of course. And he grabs one of the casks of wine that was on Gorge's cart and hands it to you. Lady
And how is
Tari,
this fellow?
brilliant.
She gestures at Gorge.
A wonderful audience.
Very good.
Make an insight check for me.
Oh my god, he's even reciting poems to Gorge.
Gonna cry.
Amazing.
I forgot about Rayval and its fucking poetry. I don't pass an insight check.
It's unclear to you, but it is very clear to Tori that Rayval has 100% been reading poetry to Gorge.
Tariel's just sort of absentmindedly like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but whatever.
Not even worried about it. Gorge gives a perfunctory as you leave, and you
She pats. She gives his snout a little scratch.
oh,
you know.
Oh,
little bit of a shake that he gives is like as you turn to leave, Rayval says, Lady Tariel, are we in danger? Are you safe? Are you all right? What's happening?
I don't know if I was followed. So there's a wedding. I know.
Yours? Chanel's?
Mine.
I don't know.
Stay with the pig. It will be all right. Carry on as though I were never here, but be on your guard. I don't know how far I was followed, if at all.
Indeed. I shall keep an eye as you approach. Are we expecting trouble?
I don't know. And she takes off.
Farewell, good. Forget it. Gorge, back on stanza 4. All right, we are going to cut back to Beery. The evening continues in such a cacophony that only a wedding can bring.
There's no time. I need alcohol.
Beery. What? Oh, he's not in frame, so I need to wait for a second. Beery, what would Beery be doing to potentially prepare for a dwarven ceremony?
ooh. Are we jumping right into it, or does it seem like
We're not at the
is-
ceremony yet. We are still in the
Of course.
preparation mode, but we are approaching that. It is towards late evening now.
Okay. Does he seem to be into kind of the bachelor party or the bachelorette party kind of idea?
Unclear at this
Okay.
point, but you have a sneaking suspicion that he might allow something of that nature to happen.
A little bit. A little
Mhm.
bit of rivalry, a little bit
Yes,
of
yeah, little
Okay.
boys' night out, bachelor party ish, but like afterwards.
Okay. Well, what he's gonna do is he's going to Does it look like where the ceremony is going to actually take place?
There are people in the kitchens. There are people in the hall itself of Meadowseld. I would say, yeah, you'd notice this milling about. You would also notice there are people outside of the gates, on the small hill that Edoras stands on outside of the gate, tending to an area covered in tiny white flowers.
Symbolism.
Oh no.
So Max, you would know what this is, but Beery would glance out at that and see people outside. It would be unclear to you exactly what was happening.
Okay. I guess what I'm asking is there like, does it look like where like the throne of Rohan is that where the ceremony is going to kind of take place? Is there like decorations getting set up around there?
Not quite the throne. I would say it's more the archway leading into the Golden Hall.
Okay. Well, yeah, what he's going to do is he's going to set up his miniature forge, like his travel forge. It's a small little fold out thing, and he's going to get that kind of set up, not going, but just set it up.
Yeah.
Set his anvil, which is the head of his hammer, but set that up as well, kind of central. Yeah, and he's going to do it with like a level of like audacity and authority of just like, no, we all talked about this. This is what's happening, and yeah.
All right. I will say, as you are doing this setup, an elderly gentleman with white hair approaches you and says, it's not often we see anvils on the steps of Meadowseld. Forgive me. You are a Dwarven guest I'm hearing so much about. Thimble, blacksmith of Edoras.
It's a great honor to meet a fellow tradesman of my trade. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Beery of Erebor. And I feel like there should be anvils kind of everywhere we go. Change that.
Oh, well, very few people truly understand our trade, yes?
It's true. There's great honor and self-discipline that comes with our trade.
I confess I am intrigued by your contraption here. It looks to be an anvil, but in seeing your setup, it almost resembles a kind of weapon, no?
No. I mean, it's mainly decorative, and sometimes it helps to when you're carrying it to kind of hoist it on your shoulder with my walking stick to help balance out the weight. Usually I like to kind of have it over my hips, center of gravity, and that stuff. But every now and then I'll attach to my,
Indeed.
It helps ergonomics. Yeah.
Yes. Make a persuasion check for me, please.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
Ooh, there's a 6.
Oh boy.
15. 23.
Okay. You successfully persuade this guy, and he goes, indeed. Many has been the legend of the Dwarven craft. Would you mind if we talked?
Oh, of course. But I feel like my throat's a bit dry. You see, I feel like to have a proper conversation.
Say no more. Say no more.
Yeah.
I have just the thing. And he ushers you over to his blacksmith's sort of like, not stand, but like it's a shop, basically.
He's got a little shop. Yeah.
He's got a little shop. Yeah. We're gonna cut there, and we are going to come back to Tariel, who has entered the gate with the casket full of wine. Tariel, where would you place this wine? Would you bring it to the kitchens, or would you bring it to Grima? Or somewhere else?
She would be asked to be taken to the kitchen first.
Okay. You enter the kitchens, and Halloweth, you see Tariel walking in to the kitchens, and you watch as this man in a chef's hat. Oh, good lady. Is it Tariel or Tinel? I confess I do not know the.
It's Tariel, good sir.
Lady Tariel, a pleasure
what is your
to.
Name?
Thero, the chef of King Grimus Silvertongue. You may set the cask down there, and welcome to my humble. You can set it down there.
Thero, I am entrusting to you a great responsibility.
Yes,
Do you
yes.
understand what is in this cask?
Elvish wine, as Lord Grima has told me.
And have you ever had elvish wine?
I've not had the pleasure, my lady.
She motions for. She sort of. I'll say she looks around and says, "Where might I come by some wine glasses?"
Ah, and he gestures to the table next to you.
She picks up two. She
Okay.
pours one for herself and one for him.
I mean, you gotta get the pairing right, of course.
My thanks, my lady. And he downs it all in one.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
And she looks over at.
what did you do?
No, is it?
Eye of Sauron.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh,
You've
God.
taken out the chef.
oh God.
Halloweth, you watch as Thero downs this. My goodness, that is strong. And phew, falls to the ground.
And in Cinderin, she says with a wink to Halloweth, "I suppose you're the chef now."
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
I guess I am. Well, I does say, are there any sous? I'm assuming there's a sous chef in this place, right?
About 6, yes.
He says, have you ever heard of the herb hearthcow?
One of them pipes up. No, my lord. No, I have not.
Well, you add it to wine, specifically elvish wine. It creates a lovely sweet taste and a lovely aromatic floral scent. I think you'll really like it. So he takes some herbs out and he just starts chopping them up.
Tariel leaves him to his business.
Yeah, I'm sure
pours
she
a
does.
second glass and sachets away.
This makes me so happy.
You sly dog. All right. Halloweth, having successfully become head sous chef, or head chef, excuse me. Beery
Yes,
having
chef.
successfully convinced Grima, Tanel also having successfully convinced Grima, and Charlotte having successfully delivered the wine. We are going to take our 5-minute break, and when we come back, we will begin the ceremony and reception of the wedding of King Grima Silvertongue and Eowyn, sister daughter of Theoden. See you all in 5 minutes.
Oh no.
Bye-bye.
And welcome back. When we last left off, if you've ever gotten married before, the last hour is a lot like what planning a wedding feels like day of. If you've never been married and plan on it, it's so much worse than what the last hour was, because it's real and not just theater of the mind. I'm sure you could do a theater of the mind wedding, like 6-year-old. You know what? I'm going off on a tangent. Let's begin as all of this starts to sort of coalesce into the wedding. Charlotte, you're looking.
You
at me.
haven't recapped anything.
I don't need to. This is the 5-minute break, not the episode before break.
I thought you literally just set it up like we just like when we last
Okay,
left off,
when
and
we-
then you said nothing.
Yeah, well, I wanted to sort of set
You
the
went
scene.
to the theater of the mind. Yeah, good. Yeah, drink more alcohol.
when
That's
we
gonna
last, this is water. Thank you very
Is that
much.
a sippy cup?
No, it's just a pink cup
Okay,
with a
I
lid
did-
and a straw.
Okay.
help. It's a sippy cup, Don.
Shut up, Charlotte.
I don't know
We're
why.
gonna- we're gonna
Oh
make
yeah, I guess the
There's
bicolors
lots of
are.
bi-wife energy here.
Yeah.
I exude it anyway. It might as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Uh,
We play D&D, of course we do.
Of course, of course. Oh, okay. When we last left off, Beery had successfully convinced Grima to. You were there. I don't need to recap all this
No,
shit.
we don't. Why are we doing
Why
this?
are we doing this? Shut up,
Don-
Charlotte. Stop doing. Stop making me.
We're gonna get through this.
We're gonna
Don,
get.
together.
can you have some elvish wine?
Shut up, Charlotte. It's only a little bit.
Charlotte.
It's
Yeah,
30
Charlotte.
proof, but I've had like several 4-ounce glasses, so I don't even know at this point.
Oh,
All right.
God.
We come to it. The
Mhm.
coalescence of all of the planning and work that you have done in the last few hours. Beery, you've had a nice chat with the blacksmith over a few mugs of ale. Charlotte, you've delivered the elvish wine. Tori, you've successfully lied or fibbed your way into. Stop looking at me like that,
All I
Charlotte.
was about to say was I didn't just deliver the elvish wine. I also got Howler with a promotion.
That's true.
That too. That too.
Sure.
Okay.
He can the menu this whole thing now.
No.
For those listening to this in the distant future, that is a current movie that is a
I haven't seen it yet.
satire,
I
horror.
need to see it.
Yeah.
It's a lot. The four of you gather at the base of the steps after many of the peoples of row of. God damn it!
Wait, don't I have to give Grima his wine?
Well, you put the wine there. You don't have to.
No, but
give
I'm
it
walking
to-
around with 2 glasses of wine now. The man asked for wine.
No, the man asked you to get the wine.
All
not
right,
to
I'll just
give it
drink
to
them
him
both. It's fine.
immediately.
Okay, go on.
Cool. Make an awareness check for me. I need to see how wasted you're going to be.
Oh God. Well, all right.
Make it with favor. No, it was 2. Make a regular check. It was 2 glasses. Make
Regular roll.
regular roll.
Okay.
I was going to give you
an awareness check.
an
you said?
awareness check. Yeah, I need to know how much you know how to handle your
Oh,
life.
Sorry,
this
we're
is
gonna
going
be
to go
shooting.
very badly. That one bounced out.
You can just roll normally.
You were, I made it, but barely.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
barely.
good. Thank God.
Oh,
So
otherwise you-
tipsy, not drunk.
I just feel
Yeah.
something in the tip
Feeling-
of my finger.
a slight,
A
a slight
slight
tingling.
tingle.
Like
Tingling.
tingling in my fingers.
I thought that was a Grey Worm joke there for a second.
Oh no, this is a Legolas joke. Okay, The-
oh,
the 4 of you. It's not 6 HP to the final boss yet because I'm tipsy enough that I'll allow it. But the 4 of you.
that's why she took him.
I
for a
didn't
dwarf.
quote it directly either. I didn't.
I
quote it
know.
directly.
I know. The 4 of you stand at the base of the steps with dozens of other people in Rohan, mostly young men, some elderly women, some younger people who are there. And you watch as Grima, with a full entourage of bodyguards, walks out of the Golden Hall of Meadowsild, and you're all sort of still dressed in what you traveled in, but it's been made slightly fancier. People have like cleaned you off and spruced you up a little bit, and there's a hushed silence that falls on this crowd as the four of you watch a woman wearing all white with a veil covering her long blonde hair exit the doorway and step out into view of all of you. And you see Grima say, "My Lady Eowyn," and bows deeply, and hesitantly you watch the bride hold out her hand and take Grima's hand. And Grima looks up at her and goes, "Stay your weeping for but a moment. Our new guests may bring joy to this house," and gestures at the four of you. And Grima, gesturing towards the four of you and Gollum, who is still
That's right.
Yeah.
We do have Cullen with us.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He's not in a cell somewhere.
No. The people assume that it's Beery's like malnourished pet.
Oh,
Which
no.
definitely should have come up with the blacksmith, but honestly, I'm
Oh,
drunk enough
God.
that I forgot. So let's just keep going.
We all forgot about him.
You can't
Yeah.
just. Wait. All right. Okay. So Gollum's at the wedding. Great.
Gollum's in the crowd. He's not at the
He's the
wedding.
ring bearer.
I was about to say he's the ring bearer.
Oh my God.
God damn it. So Grima leads the bride down the steps and gestures towards the four of you. And this woman, who is very clearly, no insight checks needed, not in a great place right now,
I bet his hands are so clammy.
holds out her hand for the four of you to seemingly kiss.
Great. Well, we do that.
Okay.
Don't wait.
Tanel,
Yep.
as you approach, Grima says, "There will be time for that later, my dear. Now it is time we visit the tomb of your uncle as tradition precedes us. For indeed, we must hold to those traditions." And the crowd begins to part, and Eowyn and Grima make their way down with the entourage out of the gates of Meadowseld. The people begin to follow, but they stop at the gate. You four, though, are sort of brought by the entourage with this group. As you stand outside, and Beery, you would notice that you're outside the gate, and the white flowers that you saw people tending to, this is where you're at right now. There's a sort of blocked stone entranceway that you would all infer is a kind of tomb, because there are many littered around the hill, sort of encircling the entirety of Edoras. Grima gestures back to the four of you, five of you, I should say, because Gollum is still with you. "Here lie the kings of old. And here," and he gestures to what seems to be the newest of these, "lies Theoden." And he takes the bride's hand again and gestures to his soon-to-be wife. They perform a kind of like ceremonial bow and kneel, and you hear Grima exclaim, "Oh, Theoden, son of Thengol, long was your reign, yet short were the days of peace which you saw. May your reign serve forever as a reminder to my bride and my rule that we should strive to keep your spirit within us forever." And he bends down, picks up one of the flowers. Do you watch as the lady in white does the same? They both hand each other the flowers, but they don't take it in the other hand. They instead hold the flower up to each other's noses and give a deep sniff and individually let the flowers fall.
Roll for hay fever.
The entourage gives a small clap, and Grima and his bride move back towards the gate. And
Real quick,
yeah,
during that whole bit
yeah,
of him being a little dramatic,
Because it is a bit.
the entourage How are they reacting to this? Is it with reverence? Do we see some annoyance?
Make an insight check for me. And actually, I'll allow anyone here if you want to make an insight check.
Yeah, let's do that.
Also, how big is the entourage?
It is the 6 guards that brought you from the gate to the door. The 2 that were in and the 2 that were in his sort of like bodyguard-ish right by his thing. The guy without the sword, the guy with the spear and the sword, and you see Fungor and Guthor there, as well as 4 others.
Also for Tanel,
for insight.
holy crap.
I do
21.
not pass my inside check.
Okay.
Ariel cannot read these weirdos.
Beery, I think you have to roll Gandalf.
Oh, there's literally no chance.
Okay.
I rolled so under. So Tanel is just very confused about this whole human tradition and is a little weirded out.
Sure.
I got five over mine.
5 over.
Oh my
I would
God.
say with 5
Look, he's
over,
doing a
you're-
little I win dance. What
Yeah.
is-
Mhm.
It's pure smugness. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Halloweth, you would notice, because you clocked this a little bit earlier before, the man that is the guard that didn't have the sword a couple of hours ago when you first entered the hall looks
yes.
slightly more uncomfortable than the rest of them. The rest are pretty okay with what's happening right now, but it's sort of in a perfunctory kind of way. And you watch as Grima leads the entourage back through the gates, and the crowd of people who have sort of parted ways to sort of make way, and Grima leads everybody back up to the steps of Meadowseld with this crowd of people gathered. I will ask anybody that wants to, feel free to make an awareness check.
Sure.
What's in my
Oh
No,
yeah.
you did not.
Did you?
Is it a Gandalf, Max?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
I
God.
mean, I can show it to you. I haven't touched them.
Okay.
Well, good, because I rolled an Eye of Sauron.
Oh no!
I'm over. I'm over.
Tanel
mine.
is just
I'm way over
fixated.
mine.
I'm over by 12. I've doubled my target number.
Woo!
Oh wait, I'm at
Holy
22. I'm at
shit.
22.
Two
Okay.
sixes.
22 as
okay.
well, and target number's 11, so doubled it.
Okay. I will say this then. Beery, as you're walking around, you look up and you notice a kid, probably a little shorter than you, maybe like 9 or 10 years old. And you kind of nudge Halloweth, and you both start to notice this kid. This kid's looking really confused at this whole thing, more so than anybody in this crowd.
Does he look like anyone like that we'd know?
Not that you would know, no.
Okay.
He's got this look on his face that is a perplexion that nobody else in this crowd seems to have.
Can I walk over to him and actually ask? Can I? Would I have the ability to just?
Yeah, I'd
walk
say
over?
you've got the ability.
Okay.
Are you doing this out loud, or are you doing it in more like hushed tones?
I mean, it's a hushed. There's a ceremony. There's a ceremony going on.
Yeah,
I'm still going
okay.
to be hushed about it, but I'm going to say, "Hello, little one.
Hello.
What is your name?"
Hang on, actually, I need to double check.
Oh,
No,
I sometimes forget mine too. It's okay, especially when Elvish wine is involved.
Mhm.
I haven't had any of that.
Oh, good. No, you're 10, so I think.
I'm just going to. I would like to make a very English major observation about the use of Don's word perplexion.
Oh, that wasn't the right word I wanted to
The
use.
word that you wanted was perplexity. However, I like the portmanteau of perplexity plus complexion, which would be like wearing the facial expression of perplexity. I'll allow it. I think it's great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, hang on. I need to roll for names.
A true Tolkien linguist here.
A cunning linguist for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Never had the opportunity. You know what? I'm gonna just read this.
All right, a cunning Tolkien linguist, as you will. The child looks at you and goes, Tilden.
Tilda.
Yeah, Tilden. Yes. Are you an elf?
Tilden. Okay.
Tilden, yeah.
I
Not
am.
Tilda.
I am indeed. I
Oh,
was Tilda. I was like, I'm very
It was like
confused.
Tilda.
no,
Gender,
Tilden.
it's okay. Genders don't exist.
Right.
I am an elf indeed. Yes.
Ah, welcome to Rohan.
Oh, aren't you polite? You seem perplexed by this whole situation.
Yeah.
What do you think's going on? Why wear such a confused face?
They're getting married again.
Tilden, you have given me a fantastic piece of information here. Again,
Well-
may I ask when they were married before?
Well, I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but I feel that we did this. There was a bunch of people outside the gate, and there were all these carts and donkeys and a lot of yelling, and we did this already couple of weeks ago, I think.
Interesting. Now, why would they be doing it? Can you think of any reason why they might be doing this again?
Well, you all showed up, so maybe is it like an elven thing, or and he points over at Beery? Is it like a dwarven thing?
No, this is just a weird thing,
Oh.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, this appears to be a Grima thing. This appears to be a king, a
okay.
silver tongue thing.
Ah, well, the king
thing.
Yeah, the king
thing.
the king keeps to his own. Certainly.
Do you like him?
He's all right. I mean, I've never met him before, but he he's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Well, thank you, Tilda. Well, you know what? With a second ceremony like this, at least you get to have a bit of dancing afterwards. You get to do that twice in a couple of weeks.
I don't. There wasn't much dancing the first time. They all went inside and just sort of. It was a private.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you manage to get inside, I promise I'll save a dance for you. How about that?
And you let me in? Is that?
You know what? I think I might just be able to do that.
Oh,
actually, maybe I'm thinking about what may potentially go down at this wedding, and actually, it may not be the best opportunity for you to. I tell you what. How about we have a little dance outside instead of being inside with all the festivities? Because the adults can get a little bit silly sometimes.
Oh yeah, they got a little silly last time.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, just come find me. I live, and he points to like a house way down on the hill. He's like, I live down there.
Okay, but then I will be sure to dance with you, young master.
I've never danced with an elf before. Excellent.
I've be happy to help. Okay, I'll see you later, Tilden.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh fuck. Okay, well let's.
Okay, wait. I have so much, but
is Grima gonna red wedding us? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I'm terrified and excited all at the same time.
Who knows?
Do you guys follow Adrian Bliss on TikTok?
Yeah. I've actually met the guy. He's yeah. He was a friend. He's a friend of a friend. He is exactly as you'd expect.
I feel that Don just channeled
I did.
Adrian Bliss.
Adrian Bliss. He's the guy. He's the guy with all the costumes. He goes,
yeah.
Is this what we're supposed to do?
Oh my god!
Oh yes,
great.
Yeah. Shout out Adrian Bliss. I don't know if you're listening to this,
Bliss.
but if you haven't checked him out, please do so already. Okay, so Halloweth with this
cam look.
Yeah.
It's the camera looks
with this newfound information. I would say you've got about 30 seconds before you approach the front steps. You could maybe tell Beery a quick line or two.
Also, like, we've been recessing while he's been having this conversation, right?
You're close.
That was a long conversation.
Well, I mean, Edoras is huge. Like, you're at the bottom of the hill, and
okay. I'm gonna quickly.
Do you stub your toe or something? You look a little weird.
They've been married before. This is a second wedding.
Well, I mean, that happens, people can get married like to other people and things like that.
You don't need to make excuses for them, Barry. I think it's just weird.
Oh, I'm so fucking okay. Okay. So what do I do? What do I need to do?
Be prepared. Ready yourself, and just be on your guard more than usual.
Okay.
Okay. I guess we get to the front of the procession. I mean, but so how that's been cooking. Like, I kind of missed a little bit of what I was doing in the kitchens. I wasn't just. I wasn't just. Imagine if Haleth just like cooked a nice meal and left it at that.
Yeah, Halowith, why don't we do a little bit of a flashback? What
Yes.
were you doing in the
Yeah.
kitchen?
So Haleth, there is actually an elvish, a Middle Earth herb called Hearthcal, which is a sweet aromatic herb which generally goes in wine and is tasted and consumed as thus and makes it taste better. And he would have put this herb in, shown the sous chefs, and said hello. He chops up the herb very nice and neatly, pours it into the casks of wine, swirls it about, tastes a sip. It's fantastic. This is a really, really nice herb, and you can look it up. It's real. It's a real thing in Middle Earth.
I
And
believe you.
he offers it to the various people around him.
I
Absolutely.
need to
And
make
as
awareness checks for the sous chefs. Please hold.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna say if it's a 2 or lower, the entire party just passes out. I'm just gonna roll a d12, see what happens.
Okay.
Oh God.
Okay, cool.
Max,
That's
you're out of focus.
I know.
yeah. Yeah, no,
Let
it's
me
fine.
just do something real quick.
Yeah. You can there we go. Yeah, okay, cool. So that's an 8. So the chefs are thoroughly a little
Yeah.
feeling pretty nice, but
They just had a tiny set. Fantastic. And as they are doing this, you may remember way back
I do.
with Charlotte's first
I do.
introduction.
I
that
knew it.
Haloweth was in the forests of Mirkwood before he ran into Gollum, picking up a certain herb.
Oh yeah.
A certain very, very, very poisonous herb.
Oh
A very, very
This
poisonous
is like the eye
herb,
drops in the water.
which is odorless, tasteless. And as they're doing that, into the rest of the wine it goes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Completely obscured by the Hearthcal.
So just to be clear, you have poisoned a cask of elven wine.
Yes.
crimes.
Step 1. Step 2. I would like
Step number
to
2.
use magic to make this particular cask of wine smell absolutely horrible to everyone but Grima Wormtongue.
Oh, okay.
So a scent which, because people have certain scents like which are only very personal to them, which only
Yes.
they like. I'm thinking
It's like cilantro soap, but make it a scent.
in the
Yeah.
crudest form, like you are the only person who doesn't hate the smell of your own farts, right? That kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I need to do a TikTok about that.
You absolutely should.
Okay.
You ever smell your own farts and you're like, I'm kind of impressed by that bouquet, actually.
It's like, damn, that is a hot box and a half. Okay.
Okay.
remember eating
So
eggs.
here's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
say.
Sorry.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Halowith,
Yeah.
you have no idea what kind of wine Grima Wormtongue likes. You are using magic subtly, but in front of humans still. So I'm going to say,
While they're drinking elvish wine, I'd like to point out, they are
Oh.
very much a little bit.
even so,
Oh, yeah,
even so,
still.
I am going to say you need to make a lore check with ill favor and beat your target number.
I was hoping I could make a stealth check for a sleight of hand and then a lore check.
You know what? I will allow you to make the stealth check for the herbs and then the lore check for the magic.
Sure. Okay, cool.
I want this so bad.
Stealth.
Come on, Zach.
Speak
You
to
have
herbs,
you have
speak to
hope
herbs.
points. You have hope points.
I don't need them.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, I double my target number for the stealth check.
For stealth. Okay.
He's doing these rolls.
They're super
Lore
buff.
check.
Lore
Jesus.
check.
I-
Okay, now
I
listen.
know.
Lore
Lore
check,
check, ill favor.
ill favor, and you need to beat your target number by 12.
Okay. I'm gonna use a hope point then. for
Yeah.
that. Yeah, so I'm gonna, okay, by 12. Okay.
So your
Okay.
your lore checks for magic is an 11. So you need to
Yeah.
roll a 23 or higher.
Okay. I rolled a 20.
No.
I rolled 3 ones and a 2 in my d6.
All right. Halloweth, you put your hands to the cask and you feel the wood that once was a living tree beneath your fingers, this smooth cask. And you feel the magic flowing through you in the way that only Thranduil could help you with, but it's now yours. And something changes, the smell changes, but it's not quite what you were going for. But
Okay.
it's
Is it good or bad?
the
in
smell
general?
has changed to you. Whether or not it is good or bad to Grima will remain an unknown until it happens.
Okay.
Okay.
In the meantime, I shall carry this cask out, label it the royal cask. This is for them only. Put
Okay.
it on the table, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
You know
we
what you
will-
should have done is just dunk your hand right into the wine. Just get elbow deep in that, and just
No, no,
Yeah,
that's
so
gross.
That would have been. They would have. I bet the sous chefs, however drunk, would have loved that.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
it's what my people do. This is a don't judge my culture.
it's now the thing. Shut up! Don't look at me. This is very private.
Back to the present. The bride and groom ascend the steps, and the entourage sort of stops you all. And you watch as hang on.
Oh no.
Sorry, I had to find the right part in my notes. As soon as Grima approaches the top of the steps, he quick turns around and very ceremoniously raises his hands out in the same way that like Gil-galad did in the Rings of Power episode 1. It's like, they are going home. Same energy, right?
Yeah.
He is the master of ceremonies. He knows what is happening. My subjects, behold, though our kingdom be beset with woe, a new era of peace falls upon Middle-earth. Dwarves and elves grace the golden halls of Meadowseld, and inside we shall feast with them. And you watch as Silas, who has been in the entourage this whole time, just sort of starts walking up towards this lady in white, and just sort of sits by her. And Grima kind of gives it a curt look, like, how dare this dog interrupt my ceremony? Because it's caught the eye of a few people. But the dog is just kind of sitting by the woman's side. And he's kind of just wagging his tail, a little cute. Grima takes his bride's hand and says, by the powers, and raises his hand, vested in me, granted by King Theoden, son of Thengol, I pronounce Lady Eowyn, daughter of Eamond, my bride. Long may she reign alongside me forever. And he turns her very pointedly, lifts the veil, and plants a deep kiss on the
Ooh.
lips.
Hey, Tori,
Yeah.
you ever kiss a teenage boy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They don't know what they're doing.
No. Ooh.
I really hate. How it's just like I fucking hate humans.
How's Eowyn dealing with this right now?
I don't know if you would need an awareness or insight.
It's
That's
like
check
what
for
I
this
kissing a
one.
fish.
It's
Barry's over there with like the
Yeah.
the
Not
force
good.
kind of getting going. Like, oh, I thought, oh, okay.
it's
He goes in for the kiss like the Kraken, just like
mouth
Which
agape.
honestly, I kind of felt like Aragorn did that when he went in for Eowyn's
Oh,
kiss at their
yeah,
wedding.
for
Yeah.
Arwen.
For Arwen,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, look,
Yeah, there was
Viggo,
there
I
was a
hope-
gasp of air. If you watch that scene back, there's a gasp of air Viggo Mortensen takes.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
he goes-
"Oh!"
Has to
he,
go-
like- he,
which
like,
has
leads
it has
with
to
his
go
tongue.
somewhere, by the
Yeah.
way.
in Liv
Yeah.
Tyler's mouth. I assumingly.
Listen,
Okay.
Liv Tyler is a very pretty lady, but like, oh gosh, the tone it back, Vigo.
Oh my god.
Okay. So after the kiss, there is a applause. The entourage obviously clearly starting it, and you know how crowds go. If one person claps, and then two, and then three, and it cascades. It is now the moment that Grima, removing himself from Eowyn's face, says, "Yet we are amongst honored guests," and gestures to the four of you.
Oh, hi.
"Long has it been since elves and dwarves graced our halls, and ceremony of theirs we shall honor in the spirit of peace. Master Beery." And he walks up the rest of the steps to the forge and lets you do your thing. He then gestures down, "Lady Tinel, if you would be so kind," and offers you to come up. He will look at you, Tinel, to begin your version of the elvish ceremony first.
Excellent. Okay.
Think Wonderwall. Sorry.
I mean, that's kind of what she's gonna do.
You
Mhm.
may begin as we are married in the elvish custom.
Howard laughs out loud. I don't know if I can hold it in.
Tanel just kind of shoots him a look really quick, like this is wildly out of hand already.
Ariel pulls her flask out of her back pocket. Has a
Excellent.
little sip.
You'll have to forgive me, as most of the customs that I know are in Elvish. So while you may not understand, I hope that you can enjoy the song and share in this love. And she,
I
at the
was
word
hoping that
love,
someone would do this. I was hoping so. You
Yeah,
wanted us to do this.
at the word love, she does look at both of them to see the reaction. She's like, what is this?
Grima,
Hold on.
not. Oh.
Oh,
Oh dear. Oh dear. What does Charlotte have?
an actual flask. Oh, okay.
It is an
Yes,
actual
excellent.
flask. Amazing. Amazing.
Tariel just does a little. I'm picking up what you're laying down. Go.
Well,
I will join in whatever song you're singing. This is hilarious.
Okay, well, hang on, because Tinel, I will ask, what song are you singing?
I mean, it's gonna be
I think she's gonna make up some bullshit.
pretty much,
and
yeah.
send
What's
it in.
like literally just a children's nursery rhyme is what she's gonna pull out of her ass
Okay.
at this
Guys,
moment.
this is weird, guys. This is weird. I
Yeah.
I was
want
hoping
to
it'd be like a
go
Mr. Brightside
home.
kind of thing.
No, it's like a I don't know, like a Silent Night type of song, like very starry type
Okay.
of song.
No.
But she's using this to sort of catch the bearings of everybody because this is still so odd to her.
Tinel.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, Halloweth, go ahead.
While Tinel is singing this nursery rhyme, can Halloweth as kind of like a backing singer kind of thing list every curse word in Elvish that he knows?
Yes.
Yes.
It's just in a long list going from like
Allow
bad
it.
to really bad.
I will allow this, and I know we haven't used it as much, but I will say, Halloweth,
Mhm.
being you've got your lute and kind of a musician, I will allow
Yeah.
you to make a song check with 1d12 and 2d6s. Tinel,
Mhm.
make a song check with 1d12 and 1d6.
Come on, Tin.
Oh
you got
God.
I don't get to help.
You know what, Tariel? Yeah, you
I'm
can
here
join.
too.
Yeah, Tariel.
Is this just a straight roll? Is it? Do I have favor?
This will just be a straight song roll. Why?
I got now. I have Sarah.
Excellent. Thank you. Appreciate
Oh wow,
that.
no, that math doesn't work out. Tariel's like, nah, you guys got this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
rolling
it's
like
terrible.
shit.
I am one under
Ah.
my target number. However, 2 of the dices are 6s.
Did you just
Okay.
say dices?
Oh.
Dices.
Dices. Yes.
2 of the
Dice up.
die are 6s.
2 of
I
the
like
die are
dices.
6s. Okay.
The dice.
The Dees? The Deeses?
The deuces. No, that's okay. So Tinel,
Mhm.
you don't have a lot of experience in singing, and
Mhm.
Grima has kind of put you on the spot a little bit here. You
Mhm.
begin chanting in Elvish, a nursery rhyme that your parents sang to you as a child back in Gondolin and through the many journeys through Middle Earth into Lorien. Halloweth attempts to chime in a little bit, but you very quickly silence him, and there's this really awkward moment when a second voice comes in,
Mhm.
and it's like when an opera singer starts singing and someone from the crowd thinks that they can like join in as some sort
Oh,
of
God.
bass.
I saw that video.
I
I saw that
think
video.
back to Yoko Ono
Yes!
screaming in
Yes!
the video
Yeah.
with
With John
was it
Lennon
Chuck
and,
Berry?
Lennon.
and Chuck, yeah, and Chuck Berry.
Chuck
yes.
Berry, yeah, that one,
Yes.
the screaming. That's my reference.
Tariel, you would be a little bit more on key, but very slowly realize after the mishap that this is not the time for you to chime in. Beery, you're just
I
waiting.
think she's
for your
just.
cue.
Can she just like hum kind of under? Like she's not
Sure.
maybe not like a great singer,
Oh,
singer.
oh.
You know, but even like the worst Elvish singer is not.
Yeah, sure.
That
I'll
high.
allow it. I'll
Okay.
allow it. Tanel.
Yeah.
Besides the song, is there anything you would like to say or do during this time?
She does do sort of like a mock ceremonial, like takes their hands, puts them together, like takes them apart type of thing. Like she's just trying to sort of ham it up
Sure.
in it because Grima so far has been hamming it up.
Yes.
So kind of
This
following
man
along.
straight up asked to appropriate our culture.
Yeah, no, correct. And so she's trying to kind of get on Grima's good side
Mm-hmm.
to get away with a little bit.
Okay.
But after like she sings just a little bit
Mhm.
and then ends and says, of course I will let my compatriot Beery take over from here, as the dancing is of course in celebration after all of this lovely ceremony to celebrate your love for one another. And
You watch the corners of the bride's mouth just kind of flick up and just be like, okay. Grima, though,
Mhm.
is eating this shit up.
Yes.
Married,
Yes.
married in the eyes of humans, married in the eyes of elves, looks at you, Master Beery.
May the Valar
Please.
shine on you all, and steps
Yes.
back.
Beery, you're up.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
This is okay.
Well, you know what? We're actually up to 3 weddings now, so we just need one more wedding and a funeral to make it the joke.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yes.
He opens his arms up almost like a magician and waltzes out, kind of like presiding over the people as they've gathered. Hello. I will now recite the wedding rites of my people. Of course, translated from Dwarven. Izzy kind of clears his throat a little bit, and marriage is what brings us
Motherfucker.
together. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream.
Someone had
And
to do it.
love, true love, will follow you forever. So treasure your love. And then begins to stoke up his forge. And as it begins to get started, he looks to the guardsman. I need native steel. I need 2 swords.
I have them. And you watch as the white-haired man approaches and hands you 2 swords.
Not from any of the guards? Okay. Gladly accepts them, but kind of like spitefully. You're just really kind of hoping to disarm some guards real quick.
Mhm.
Oh, how convenient you are holding these. Perfect. All right. Begins to stuff them into the coals a little bit, and as we all kind of wait, he begins to fold. First knocks the pommel from the blades, pulls the handle, and then knocks the guards off so that they're just raw steel. Begins to fold them down the center across the fuller into pretty much just bar. Okay, nothing crazy, just kind of making sure they're not sharp.
How long does this take?
Not but probably 5 minutes.
Okay.
Just getting them hot and then knocking that edge down. Begins to forge them into 2 rings. And he loops the 2 together and cools one and hands one end a cold ring to Eowyn that's still an open.
She takes it. Yeah.
He begins to heat up one of the other rings, both ends, until they're about sparkling to do a forge weld. He hands Grima his hammer. All right, chap. This is where it gets a bit technical. I'm gonna bring this over the horn of the anvil, and you're gonna fuse and solidify your bond as you are this steel in creating the link between you two. Okay?
Yes, Master Beery.
He leans over to Eowyn. All right. To respect the bond that your counterpart is creating, I need you to bow your head low and wait for the ring of the anvil.
He bows her head.
Okay. As she bows her head low, he loops the now sparkling tips of the one sword over the horn of the anvil with his tongs. All right, strike to Grima.
Grima strikes the anvil.
Give me a athletics check, if you would.
Yeah, you know what? I was about to ask myself, but
Yeah.
sure.
This frail man.
I will also have you know that Grima has a target number of 14 and is rolling 1d12 and 1d6.
Oh god.
Yay.
This is gonna be fucking great.
Have you guys watched Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Ron Swanson at Leslie Knope's wedding when he's taking the sconces off the wall and he's just quickly
Yes.
making rings out of them. Beery's
Yes.
the Ron Swanson of Middle Earth.
Mhm.
So Grima rolled
My
an 8.
heart has
So
never
he
been
has
fuller.
Oh. So Grima rolled an 8, so he completely misses on the first strike.
Oh, that's okay. Give it another shot. Give it another shot. We're gonna humiliate this fool in front of everybody.
Oh
That
my
is a
God.
4. He misses again.
Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. And starting to look around like a bit of a panic.
Oh, thank God. That is a 14. That
Oh.
is a 14. He hits it on the third strike.
As he hits, it's a bit colder now, so not the big shower of sparks that everyone was really kind of anticipating,
Right,
almost like
right.
fireworks, right? Oh, well struck, my liege. Now then, and he cools that side off, and begins to heat up Eowyn's side, and then hands the now still kind of lightly steaming wet link that he bonded to Grima.
Okay.
He's going to go the same way.
Eowyn wouldn't miss. Eowyn wouldn't miss.
As her kind of link bind begins to sparkle, he loops it over the horn of his anvil, preparing for her to strike, hands her the hammer, and then looks to Grima. All right, now bow your head and respect her strike.
Grima bows his head.
Oh.
He is now blind, and she's wielding a hammer.
Okay.
Dawn, evaluate your life.
Wow. Wow.
And just look at
Holy
Eowyn,
crap.
just strike true.
Make a persuasion check
Oh my god.
with ill favor. Max is running around. Max is, for those listening on the podcast, Max did not expect this to work so easily. He's throwing papers. I need a persuasion check with ill favor.
Fellowship points.
I literally have adrenaline.
You can't fellowship. I'm just gonna
Hope
flat out
point.
say you
Hope
can't.
point.
You can use a hope point.
We're running out of those, but
Yeah. Okay.
Ill favored, the lesser of the
Yeah.
2d6
All
or
right, I feel
2d12.
like I need to just shoot right here. Okay. Ready?
Uh-huh.
I rolled 2 2s.
Oh.
But
What is
where's
it total?
Where's my sheet? Okay.
Tell me the total.
Okay. Oh my god. Well, there's not an Eye of Sauron, but it's close. My hands are shaking.
Mhm.
21.
Do we have to roll the d12 again for ill favor?
Did you
I
roll
rolled
the D?
2, and I
You
rolled
rolled
two
two.
2s.
That's the low number.
Mhm.
That's the low one.
Okay.
For those listening on the podcast, I have pretty much been stunned into silence. Okay. Okay. I'm going to make a roll. That roll is going to determine quite a bit that I can't tell you just yet.
Okay.
How
Can't handle this.
He's gonna kneel and his just very subtly his fingers go into the ground.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Oh my god. Oh my
Huh?
god.
He sees his opportunity and he just like almost like a sprinter's pose kind of sinks and just fingers in the ground.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Making a roll. That's an Eye of Sauron. A 3. Hang on, just for video proof.
Yeah,
Just so there's no
she doesn't pick up on the hints.
Oh, God.
Eye of Sauron, a 2 and a 3.
Oh wait, so you weren't rolling on behalf of Grima?
No, it's Eowyn picking up on the freaking
fuck.
hints.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought.
Here- okay, hang on. Here's what's gonna happen.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Beery, you make eye contact with the bride. And she hesitates for just a moment. But she strikes down on the rings.
Oh.
Oh my god.
And you watch as tears begin to pour down her face. And Grima's eyes he raises his head and his eyes are, and he grabs Eowyn's hand and raises it up. See, people of Rohan, my subjects, we are married before the eyes of the elves, the dwarves, and humans. Long may Lady Eowyn's reign and I. And he pauses for a moment. Long may we reign. Beery, I would like you to actually never mind, no insight checks needed. You watch the bride glancing over at the door.
Which door?
The door to Meadowseld.
In which way? Is she trying to tell me something or just
She's not trying to tell you anything. She's just looking at the door.
The door, Beery. The door out.
you looked at the door? Also, they're both like they're now like holding onto linked
Yes.
like a chain.
Okay.
He looks at the door. What the hell?
You can make an insight check if you'd like.
Oh, I mean, okay. It's not his strong suit. Another 2.
Another 2. Grima, hand clasped in Eowyn, still held in the air, brings their hands down and says, now, my new wife and I shall feast. Please, come. And the guards walk up, Grima and Eowyn walk up, and the rest of the people sort of make their way down.
Are we invited to this
This
feast?
You
sucks.
are.
This
Oh, we
sucks.
must be, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
that was a good effort. That was such a near thing. Okay. Okay. I
Oh,
need
that
more
was so
whiskey.
good, Max.
Man,
Oh, thanks,
that
guys.
would have been beautiful.
Ah,
That would have
yeah,
been
that was a
poetry.
The
Mhm.
4 of you reach the top of the steps with the entourage, and you hear Grima and Eowyn scream. Actually, hang on. Let me try that again. You hear Grima scream. You hear Grima scream. And as you rush to
Screama,
the
if you will.
Screama, if you will, yes. You rush to the front entrance. And there is an enormous bear standing in the hall of Meadowseld.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! Is it who I think it is?
Oh, it's the guy! It's the god!
It's
It's
the
the guy without
god.
a sword! He doesn't need a sword, he's a bear!
Is it Bayor?
His hands are swords. Yeah.
Make an awareness check, Halueth.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I loves me some Bayor.
Oh my god.
Oh, easy beat. 2 6s and 11 2
Yeah,
3s.
Yeah, the guard without a sword is standing next to you.
Oh, who is this guy? Can I is he a bear or is he a shifter?
Make an insight. Make a lore check. Make a lore check for me.
Okay.
Oh god.
What the hell?
Oh, what kind
I get 27. I beat my target number by 15.
Halueth. Legend speaks of shapeshifters within the world of Middle-earth, beings who could change their form. And you would notice that this, what you instantly clock to be a shapeshifter, has broken the cask seal of the wine on the table and is lapping it up with his tongue.
No.
And as soon as the door opens, looks at you.
Why?
And charges headlong
God.
towards the front entrance. It is in that moment that you watch Grima scream and duck out of the way. The bride, still all dressed in white, begins sprinting down the steps.
Yep.
And the guy next to you that was not carrying a sword follows after.
We should leave.
Let's go.
What are you all doing?
We should
Ariel is booking it full tilt after this. Like, just needs to see. Does she need help? Does a bear need to get stabbed? She's just running.
Holy
That's a
crap.
great question.
Barry's gonna probably burn the living hell out of his hands, grabbing his like kind of little coal forge,
Mm-hmm.
but he's gonna just scatter the coals across any nearby guards and just kind of howl, just like, oh god,
Sand.
just act like he's panicking.
Uh-huh.
And he's gonna grab his equipment and run down the steps after Eowyn.
Real quick,
Yeah.
Eowyn ran out of the hall. Grima ducked out the way, so he's still in Meadowseld, right? But
So
like-
you never actually got into the hall.
Mhm.
You instead got to the doorway and immediately heard a roar. Halueth, you saw the bear that you instantly clocked as a shapeshifter. The bear lets out this huge roar and barrels through everyone. The guards start drawing their swords. And I mean, this thing is like 6 feet tall, standing just on all fours. And there's no chance, right? The bear grabs one of them by the teeth and just rakes him across the chest with a claw and keeps sprinting. It almost looks as though it is trying to escape rather than like start a ruckus.
And
Let's
yet, a
roll.
ruckus
Let's
has
get out
been
of here.
started.
Yeah.
Um,
Phew.
Grima stands up and goes, "Seize him now!"
Meadowseld.
To the bear?
No,
Seize the bear?
Wait. The bear? Who? The bear?
The bear, pointing at the bear.
Can I make Halueth's fingers are still in the ground.
They are.
Perfect.
Come on, Hal.
Hang on. Actually, you were brought up the steps.
Oh no, okay.
You were brought up
No,
the
that's
steps.
fine.
I'm sorry.
Hal is going to his left. So he's on the left at the moment. Grima ducked out the way on the right. At least that's what's happening in kind of my mind's eye.
Uh-huh.
Hal goes to the leftmost pillar. I'm looking at a picture of the Golden Hall of Meduseld right now.
Would you like me to bring up the map?
Yes!
Oh my God, yes, I would.
Special thanks to Little Wit the cartographer for
Oh,
this
amazing.
one. Just give me a
Amazing.
second. I gotta find it. All right.
Oh my God.
No,
Where
get
is
it.
Gollum?
Gollum is still Gollum.
Yeah.
Gollum's with you, but I'll say, which one of you is holding Gollum?
Oh,
It's tied to Beery, isn't he?
Beery has been holding on to him.
Beery's been holding on to him, but did Beery have Gollum?
He's
For
been tied.
the-
He's been mainly tied around his own wrist.
Even
During the ceremony?
During the ceremony?
I mean, unless somebody else was volunteering, then yeah.
Who's on Gollum duty?
Okay.
God, not me.
Okay.
No, we would have probably tried to work it out that it was with the other two down below.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
Special thanks to Little Wit the cartographer for creating this beautiful map
Oh
That is
my
of the Golden
God.
Hall of Meadowsild.
Wow.
You feel, the four of you feel, hands begin to wrap around you as the guards begin to seize, not just trying to seize the bear, realizing that's not going to happen, begin to seize all of you and dragging you into the Golden Hall of Meadowsild. The people are in absolute chaos down below, diving out of the way of the bear, people screaming left and right.
I was pelting after Eowyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can they catch my ass?
They can certainly try. I would ask you all to make athletics checks.
Gladly.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone make this, please.
Yeah,
Yep.
no kidding.
Oh God.
I beat it easily.
You beat it.
I
Okay.
beat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not easily, but I beat it.
Tanel.
Oh yeah.
2
Okay.
under.
Okay.
Fuck.
Tanel.
Okay.
This is
23.
not my
sorry,
day.
Beery, what did you roll? What'd you roll?
23, more than double.
Okay. The three of you watch as bear comes sprinting out. You chase after it, and you hear a cry because there are now 4 guards holding Tanel in place, and one of them has a dagger to her throat.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I make two? Can I make two? Okay, 2 checks. There's 2 things Halloweth's going to do.
Uh-huh.
First, he's going to take the King's Fear and throw it into the face of the guard holding Tanel.
Okay. There are multiple people holding Tanel right now.
Yeah, but only one has a dagger to her throat, and he trusts Tanel to get rid of the rest of the 3.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
so that
We
first one
are-
is just a
okay.
sword attack, I guess.
Okay. So
Oh
we are
boy.
officially in combat.
Oh my
Amazing.
God.
Okay.
I would like you all to choose your stances. Charlotte, we haven't done
Oh.
one-on-one battles,
Yeah.
but it's now going to be you 3 versus the 6.
right.
This went very unpredicted, didn't it?
Uh-huh.
Sure did.
So much for poisoning, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, I
Does
was
that mean the
talking.
bear's
Bear
gonna-
doing? What's a bear doing here? What?
I was just trying to get close to Eowyn. I didn't know he'd pull me up in the middle of the frickin' ceremony. Oh my God. Poor Tanel. This is not her day.
All right.
It's-
Charlotte, what do you got?
So she's being held by 3 guards, and
She
one
is.
has their blade against her throat.
Yes.
God.
Oh, Jesus.
Zach?
What did you do? What did you do?
Yeah. That's right, baby.
These Gandalf rolls are going to be the death of every single NPC I create.
Yeah.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we didn't use this the last time
No.
Ariel was in an encounter, but she does have a bow.
You left it at the gate. It is with the
Oh, that's
blacksmith.
right. I've just got this stupid little dagger.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, Beery, what are you doing?
I feel like because Zach did speak up first, and he's throwing his dagger.
Yes, that'll
Okay.
happen first. You'll watch as the
This is a
guy.
matter of split seconds.
Split
These are
second.
split seconds. I
Yes.
would like to kind of creatively work off of what Zach does.
Okay, so
But he's even
Beery-
right behind him.
Okay,
Mhm.
Beery, you would watch. Tanel, make me an athletics check.
Okay.
With favor because of Zach's Gandalf.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a knife in the person's face to your right.
It is. It is.
Gandalf.
Mother.
He did it.
Live
It's the
chat.
green one, 12.
Live chat, you
Oh
better be
my.
wasted right now. I expect there have been. Okay.
Ooh, let me fix that. Ooh.
Okay. In the last few seconds, Halloweth has pulled out a dagger, thrown it, and it has gone into the throat of Fungor.
And what
The-
happens?
And what?
You the one with the
And
knife?
then what?
And then Beery, what are you doing? Beery, you're
Now, what I'm making sure is the one with the blade against Tanel's neck.
He's
Is that the one that
down.
got the dagger?
yes, he's
He's
down.
done?
He's
Oh, it's
done.
Okay. Well, he still got, I mean, the steel rings that he forged, one of them is still damn near glowing hot.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to charge these fools and try to just kind of swinging that thing around and loop one of the rings over the heads of another one. So it's against his neck and just try to yank him down, just burning hot steel against his flesh.
Okay, make an attack.
And he's got his
roll.
hammer and it's swinging.
Okay, yeah, make an attack roll. I'll say you're dual wielding here. So make an attack roll with the rings. So 1d12, 1d12, 3d6s,
Yep.
and for the ring, and however many you have for the axes or for the hammer. Charlotte, what are you doing right now?
I don't know. I don't physically know what I'm supposed to be rolling.
1d12 and however many d6s you have for sharp objects. So your sword.
Okay.
Mhm.
Plus one more d6 because I'm in forward stance, right?
Yes, one extra d6.
Okay.
So
Sorry, my
15 for the burning hot ring to be holding the cold one and then link over the burning red hot one around the guy's neck.
Uh-huh.
And
Hey,
then I rolled 2 6s and it's a smattering of badness with the hammer.
And Charlotte rolled a
Yeah. Oh, these guys are
Wow.
Plus,
Oh, what? Oh my God.
Plus an additional
I'm so sorry, Don.
That's fine.
That's
fine.
additional 14, so 26. 26.
In the last 15 seconds, you flinging the dagger.
Well, we're flinging. That's all she's got because she's halfway across the hall. She was pelting after Aowen.
In the last 15 seconds, the doors of the hall of Meadowsild have opened. A bear has come charging out. Grima has leapt to the side, and 3 guards immediately grab Tanel. The others chased after the bear. Halloweth, dagger into the throat of the one holding a dagger to Tanel's throat. Beery grabbing one of these men by the neck, and you hear "Ah!" as the red hot glowing metal singes the neck, and you just hit him over the head with the hammer a few times. Tariel, you would also throw your dagger, and Tanel, you watch immediately as all 3 of the guards holding you drop. You glance up, and Grima is scattering just like every which way. No, this is cannot be. No. Ah. And you watch a cold determination cross his eyes as he sprints back into the golden hall of Meadowsild.
Mm.
Nope.
Chart, y'all are going after
Yep.
him?
Nope. Yep.
No, don't
Yep.
do that.
He's
Howard
going.
Springs down. No, Howard puts out an arm, stops everyone from going inside. Do not go inside Meadowsild right now. He's the only one. He's the only one that sprinted in there, right? It's just Grima in Middleseld.
As of right now, it's just Grima
Yeah.
and Meadowseld.
Right. Halloweth is by the left pillar of the wooden structure. I repeat, all wooden structure of Meduseld.
Do it.
Can I please make a lore check to absolutely tear Meduseld down?
Oh my god.
You stone cold bitch.
Do it. Do it.
You're gonna have to make a huge lore check.
Yes.
Huge
You can do
lore
it, buddy.
check. Okay, your target number is 11. You roll
Yeah.
1d12 with favor. I'm gonna say to bring down a building made of stone and wood, you are gonna roll a lore check with ill favor, and you need to beat your target number by 15.
Holy.
Oh my
Criminy.
god.
You
We
are
need-
trying
wait,
to
fellowship.
bring down a building. You can't fellowship point magic at this point.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
you're welcome to use a
no.
hope point, but you've
That's what I
you've
thought.
all burned a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm using a hope point still, regardless. I'm still using one. I've got 10.
Come on, Hal.
Okay. Hang on.
You need to
Hey,
roll. I want to
I
just
need
be
Pat.
clear.
There's a
You
lot
need
of
to
rolls
roll.
now.
Yeah,
I
there's
you
a
need
lot
to
of math.
roll a 26 for this. No, I'm sorry. 11 plus 15
I
is
need to roll
26. I'm sorry.
26.
Yeah, you're good.
Yes. I rolled a 10 for my D12.
Oh my god.
3, 2, 6, 4, 4, 6.
Oh,
I rolled a 35. Two
Whoa.
sixes.
Yeah.
Zach, look at my face right now. Look at my face. Okay.
Holy.
Destroy it.
Golden Hall of Meduseld is coming.
Just bring it all down.
On top of Grima Wormtongue.
Hanel,
Mhm.
Ariel, and Beery. You watch as Halloweth. Actually, no. Halloweth.
Yeah.
Describe it for me. What do you do?
Okay. He puts every energy into this left main pillar, which is very ornate and very beautiful. And he pushes it directly into the building itself and crush it, almost Kratos style, crushes it through using the magic that he has, the rest of this building. And one by one, it knocks through the stone pillars, through the left, and you see as the entire hall slopes down to the right and crashes down onto its side, and therefore the right-hand side cannot take the strain or the weight and slowly concaves in, and the roof down straight on
Yeah.
top.
Can't take out those load-bearing beams.
Those were load bearing. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't,
Holy God.
I am going to make an athletics check for Grima
Oh.
Wormtongue.
Holy
Doric
Okay.
or Ionian columns. I just
This is so poetic. Crushed
Holy
by his own
crap.
ambition.
ooh.
Oh, you're right.
Ooh.
So that is a 2, but he also rolled a 6 with it. So an 8 total. The 4 of you would watch as Grima sprints into Meadowseld. And one of the support beams falls on top of him as the entire side of the building begins to start collapsing in a heap of rubble. But it doesn't collapse all the way. The right side of the wall, right? It's like that slanted side of the building where one side is collapsed and the other side somehow still stays standing. And you watch as Grima All of the air goes out of his lungs as this crossbeam from the ceiling falls on top of him. But the breath stays in his lungs and he remains pinned as Halloweth brings down the golden hall of Meadowseld around him. And the building is almost entirely collapsed. Halloweth, what are you doing right now?
Can I take... Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to do this again. I'm going to stalk towards the center of where the wooden beam is crushing him on his chest. He's gasping for air at this point, right?
He
So
is.
he's kind of winded. Okay. I'm going to place my hands onto the wooden beam and I'm going to make another magic check for this
Oh
wood.
dear.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What are you trying to do right now?
What is
Halloweth's
Eowyn doing
intention
meanwhile?
is to curve this wood into his
Oh
gasping mouth
God!
and then rip his throat apart from the inside.
Shoot him in the face or something.
No, Halloweth doesn't mess around with punching in the face.
Mm-mm.
I will say, Halloweth, as you are making this check, Grima reaches out to you, like trying to keep you away. When he sees it's not working, he uses the last remaining breath in his lungs and says, I can tell you much. This of me.
Oh, that's a decision. There
No,
are
I can't. Tariel can't watch that. There's no way. There's no way.
There-
Like,
Howard's kind of just what else can he tell me that I mean Gollum and everyone else Howard leans down and he says, "There's nothing your silver tongue, no riches it can buy me further. I require gold and nothing else." And he puts he
Okay, Tariel. Are any of you trying to stop him? What's going on right now?
yeah, Tariel is like,
Okay.
she watches him, bring the building down on top of him.
Yes,
And that
yes.
part, she's just sort of just stunned into inaction, right? And when she sees that he isn't immediately buried underneath it, that he's suffering, and that Halloweth has a gleam in his eye that she does not like,
Mhm.
she rushes towards him.
What are you going to try and do?
She's going to try and interpose herself, at least, between the two of them.
What do you say?
Enough!
I'm gonna roll. Can we roll counter persuasions?
Mhm.
I mean, you can certainly try, but I think this might just be a more
Just straight roll.
This is just role play.
Meanwhile, as this
Yeah.
is happening, what is Eowyn doing? Is she stopped?
The lady in white, the
Runaway
bear,
bride.
and this guy without a sword are gone.
Yep.
You're gone?
You see them still sprinting out of Meadowseld, but they are leaving.
Okay. As long as she's safe. But Barry was thinking, is like, if anybody's gonna sentence this flubberworm tongue,
Do any of Tariel's elves emerge to maybe
This has all
intercept?
happened in the last like minute and a
Okay,
half.
okay,
So
okay.
nothing
Yeah.
yet.
Okay,
All
nothing
right.
yet. Okay.
Tario, Halloweth.
Yeah,
So she's
I mean,
standing between you and Grima.
Okay, Halloweth relents. It pretty insignificant human life to him is not worth losing the ally of Tariel over. She wants to stop. Sure. Okay, he's all yours. And he's just He's all yours. And Halloweth stalks out.
So what shape is Grima in right now?
Bad.
He's under something?
He's under one of those support beams that are like perpendicular to, or sorry, like parallel to the ground, like 15 feet above, and the Golden Hall just right on him, on his body, on his chest. And he gasping for breath.
Ariel squats beside him
Mhm.
and watches him for a minute and starts to make, like, she tries to lift the beam. Obviously, I assume it goes nowhere.
Elvish strength. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
As Halloweth passes Beery, he's just like, oh, but just really seeing a very different side of Halloweth a little bit.
Yeah.
That kind of cruel.
Yeah. Meanwhile, go ahead.
She extremely passes the athletics
Okay.
check. So
Okay.
she's just going to try to lift it up enough just so that he can catch his breath.
He does so.
And holding it, shuddering under its weight,
Mhm.
she looks him in the eye and says, "What were you going to do with her?"
Rule. Ron. Tanel, what are you doing right now?
Tanel is looking around to make sure that no one is sneaking up on them, and kind of the same as Beery, just kind of watching Halloweth pass, not sure. Honestly, also kind of stunned, not sure what to do.
Make an awareness check for me.
Go ahead and use that. Okay. I exactly hit my target number.
Okay. It's still chaos. It's been
Okay.
about a minute and a half, 2 minutes since this all happened. And people are still screaming. There are guards that tried to chase after the bear that you would notice have given up the chase and are now coming back towards you, but they're still a ways off.
Oh God. Okay.
Ariel, what are you doing?
Still trembling under the weight of the beam, she says, "I don't know how long I can hold this." The Dark Lord in the east. Are you one of his?
Yes.
She lets go of the beam.
He wait, you don't hey, and you watch the breath leave his lungs. You would all hear this.
She stands and turns and faces the rest of the party. She says, "I'm sorry. I must have slipped."
It happens.
The bear.
Right.
We should.
Where is my sword before we leave this strange and odd and awful place?
Stinks of human.
You would have remembered that Thimble, the blacksmith that produced the swords for the ceremony, they were taken to his shop.
Do we know where that is?
Yeah, Beery does. Beery does.
Right over here. Yeah, and shows you the way for sure.
Okay.
Get my stuff.
You all make your way. I assume you all make your way over to. Okay. You all make your way to the blacksmith, and you see Thimble brandishing a two-handed axe in the window from the door to the shop.
Oh, come now. I mean, really? He's gonna open up the door. Hi.
Ha!
Head down.
Stay back, cat.
Always fine. Settle down.
Did you bring the bear?
No, the bear's long gone.
What's happening?
No idea, but we need our weapons.
Make a persuasion check. Not that it matters. You're going to succeed anyway, like you have every other time.
Oh my God, what absolute
This is
chaos.
filling me with so much anxiety.
Mhm.
20 even.
With a 20, you watch as the last few hours and the good conversation you had with him, Thimble lowers the axe.
That's a good man. Hi. Disaster has struck. A lot of things have happened in the last, like 5 minutes.
Clearly.
We must move fast, my friend and fellow tradesmen. Yes, we need our weapons and also perhaps some provisions. We might need some coal for the road. I just emptied it all on the guards over there.
Thimble throws back one of the like cloth dividers that seals his room, grabs an enormous bag and says, "Here, hold this," and hands another one to you, Tanel, and another one to you, Tariel, and another one to you, Beery, and says, "Let's go." And you all march out, weapons in hand, ready to go. Tariel.
All right.
Tariel. It's been about 5 minutes, and you would notice that Raval is about 100 yards further down from the front gate, just inside Edoras, inside the front gate. Says, "Lady Tariel," and like calls to you.
Rayball, what are you doing here?
You told us to keep watch. There are others surrounding the. What's happening?
A lot.
Clearly.
And instead, she changes the subject. Have you seen a woman in white?
What? Yes, she was riding a bear with another man. They're down.
Which way did they go?
They're out there. We're tracking them now. What's happening?
I'll tell you after we have collected her. We need to catch up to her.
Very well. And she just turns about face and sprints out the gate of Edoras. The people, again, this has all happened within like 5 minutes. There are still cries. Some of the guards are just running around willy-nilly, trying to get people in their houses. People are looking for you, calling us, "Where's the elf? Where's the dwarf?" You see Gunthor, all like 7 feet, 300 pounds of him, goes, "Hey, dwarf man, where are you?" You all make it out in the chaos, out of Edoras as fast as humanly, elvenly, or dwarvenly possible. It is around the time you get about 50 yards from the gate that you notice on the left-hand side, 2 of the other elves that were in your party of the dozen or so come out with you, and they are carrying a man in between them. You have no idea who this guy is, but he has long brown hair, just wearing rags, black eyes, beaten up, clearly bruised, battered and broken. And you watch as the elves bring him over and says, "Lady Tariel, we entered and scaled the walls through Meadowseld, found this man in the dungeons. He says his name is Aomer. He's the rightful king of Rohan. The building collapsed on us, but we dug our way out."
Sorry.
Sorry. That's
I knew.
my fault.
Tanel says, just kind of to the group, "I knew every word out of his mouth was a lie."
Tariel says, "Is he breathing?"
He is, but he is barely alive.
Take him to our camp at once.
You guys spend the next, I'd say probably 20 minutes or so traveling to this sort of area behind the hills where you made that initial camp to keep out of sight. And He looks bad. I mean, he looks really, really bad. There's bruises and black eyes and cuts. And like this guy has just had the crap beaten out of him for the last few months.
Can I do a healing check?
You can
healing
anybody that
Can
anybody
I-
I was about
that
to
wants
say,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, go
All
ahead
right,
and make
all
a
right.
healing check.
I'm
I
about
have
to
healing
lay some
pulses.
hands.
I have 2 health potions. I give him a health potion.
If you want to, you
Excellent.
can use one of your 2 health potions and just throw it
I
down.
do that.
Actually, if you do that, I will allow you to make the healing checks with favor.
Yeah,
about to
I'll
say-
do that.
I just passed my healing check. My target number is 13. I passed it by 7.
Okay, amazing.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Tanel's just
I'll
like
do that.
cleaning the blood off of him.
Okay.
Like,
So
that's-
she's gonna start doing that hobbit shit.
Yeah, elven magic,
magic,
hobbit,
power of the
weeds, yeah,
forest.
all of that. Yeah. It takes like a full minute for you to like rip this guy's tunic off, address all of his wounds, see what the hell's the matter with him, and it takes about 5 minutes. But Halloweth shoves the potion down his throat that has the Athelos in it, and you tend to his wounds.
Just chanting in
Mhm.
Elvish.
Eowyn,
Oh god.
Tariel presses down on him. Eowyn as well. Eowyn has escaped.
who are you?
A friend.
Welcome back to the land of the living, my friend.
Rest.
What happened?
The king is dead.
I know. I watched
No.
him die.
The other king is dead.
Then you have my thanks. And he looks up at you and goes, "Are you elves?" And
All right. Tariel taps her ears.
Hmm.
and looks at you, Beery, dwarves.
My lord, you have endured much.
Indeed.
My people search for your sister.
His eyes narrow. Do you mean the woman that Grima has been parading around?
Yes.
That woman is not Eowyn. And that
No.
is where we're going to end tonight's episode of the Unpredicted Party.
Eowyn, we just brought down the fucking halls of Mediself.
Thank you all so much for joining us.
Don,
We
I'm
will
gonna
s-
puke.
We will see you on Patreon for the Unpredicted After Party, where I get to quiz these nerds. Now, keep in mind, we've been filming for about 3 hours, so I don't know how long we're going to go, but I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thank you for joining us.
I don't like you.
Oh my god.
Of course, we wouldn't know who Eowyn is. We've never seen her
We've
before.
never seen her before. We're
before.
just guessing.
Oh my god.
Oh, wipe that smug look off your
Stop
face, sir.
drinking your bisexual
I-
sippy cup.
I thought I was being so smart.
That's why she didn't smoke Grima when she had the chance.
Oh my.
I was confused because the Eowyn that I know would have
Right?
obliterated that fool.
Oh my god.
I am no wife. Pow!
Oh my god. Hold on, let me catch up on my notes.
I know. Like literally, I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, I'm so mad. Who's riding the bear into the wilderness?
Who's the bear?
Bear.
Yeah, where did that come
The
from? Is the
bear.
bear Eowyn?
Is the bear Eowyn? Is the swordless guard Eowyn? What the fuck?
Barrowin?
Bear
Oh,
Eowyn.
maybe the swordless guard. That's
Why
a good
is my
point.
husband texting me at a time like this?
I don't even know what my name is. I don't even know where I'm at. Everything's a lie.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Oh.
live chat, please go nuts with us. Because
Live
we need
chat,
all the
live
support.
chat may at this point have already noticed that I never once
You didn't.
called this woman
Oh, I noticed.
Eowyn.
I noticed. And I just thought you were being weird. I don't know.
Because we hadn't talked to
We
her
hadn't
yet.
talked to her.
So
She's
he was-
just the woman.
Yeah, you're like, oh, well, these characters wouldn't
And
know
she never
her name.
spoke. She never spoke,
Yes.
which I thought was just some commentary on agency.
Crap. Where is she? We gotta get her. Oh,
Hallowith, did you just bury Eowyn under Mediceld?
don't say that. You don't say
No,
that.
not. I said Green was the only one in there, right?
That we saw.
Yeah. So
We didn't do a full recon of the dungeons or anything. We didn't
should have
check under
checked
all
the
the
dungeons.
beds.
Don, what was the damn dog's name again? Silas?
Silas.
Silas.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah, that dog's suspicious, by the way. I know it's
Oh.
a dog, but that dog's suspicious.
You think
I'm
what
sorry.
I'm thinking, Tori?
I'm thinking exactly what you're
All
thinking.
right.
yeah.
Also, Guy here absolutely knows what we just did. He was watching it in
Yes.
real time, most likely.
Yeah. Like a YouTube live video.
Yeah. It's like, oh, hey, look what they did.
Weird.
Thank you all
voyeur.
so much for joining us.
Oh my
we will be back in a
God.
minute for the Unpredicted after party. I won't keep you all too long for this one. Take 5, everybody. Let's
Everything hurts.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hate it here.
See you in a moment.
Uh,
Bye.
Oh my God.
Fucking Don.
Fucking done.
That was great. That was brilliant. Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.